Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Quanah Wath with the Great Millstone Charlotte Camp, coming with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And this morning, I just wanted to touch on how we're gonna have to put ourselves, in Yahweh Shai's hands, man. We're gonna have to have complete trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, coming into these times because, we're going into some very unprecedented, times, man. We're going to see persecution that we've never seen. We're gonna go into, plagues and pestilences that the world has never seen, man. Oh, shit like it. And ultimately, it's gonna be us against the world, man. And we're gonna come to points in these times that you might not be around brothers, man. You might not be around other believers. It's just gonna be you and the Lord, man. So that's why it's becoming more and more imperative that we build that individual it's like a relationship with Yahweh Shai, man. So I'm gonna start here in the book of Psalm 142. Now, reading in my sword, the title of the chapter, it says refuge in the Lord, right? So if we pull up that word refuge, it reads shelter or protection from danger, assistance in distress, right? We're going to be in distress, man. You know, these times are, designed to try us, right? So it's going to be, you know, times of distress, man, Um, a hiding place, a place of refuge, place to flee back to, right? Look, and how we pull that up in Proverbs. Let's go Proverbs 18. It's like Proverbs 18 and 10. Because it's a place to flee back, right? It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. It's like it. And so we're fleeing to the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's our refuge. That's our protection in these times to come, man, these future calamities, right? Um, let's go to Psalm 61 real quick before I get that Psalm 142. This is the book of Psalm 61 and verse 1, and it reads, to the chief musician upon Nagaya, a psalm of David, hear my cry, O Most High, attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. And who's that rock, man? Yahweh Shai. The rock of our salvation, man. He's what is providing that stability. You read that Isaiah 33 and 6. That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding be the stability of our times. That's Yahweh Shai, man. That rock that is higher than I. Verse 3. For thou hast been a shelter, that refuge, right? And a strong tower from the enemy. And that's the spirit we're about to have to be in, man. Because it's just going to be us and Yahweh Shai at some points, man. You're going to have to have full, complete trust in the Lord, man. You have to, put yourself in the Lord's hands, in these certain situations, man. Because we have no power outside of Him, man. We can't take things into our own hands. We have to, lean on the Lord, and allow Him to work, man. It's like it. Now let's go back to that Psalm 142, starting in verse 1. And it reads, now this is when David was in the cave after he fled from King Saul, right? And he was alone, man. He was reflecting on, everything that he was leaving behind. This was a time before, he had, reunited with his men, right? So this is David, you know, and Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, you know, uh, just them in the cave, man. And if we're gonna be, in that same stead, come soon, man, where it's just us and the Lord, in certain situations, right? Now it reads, I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and with my voice unto the Lord did I make my supplication. I poured out my complaint before him. I showed before him my trouble. When my spirit was overwhelmed within me, then thou knewest my path. In the way wherein I walked, have they privily laid a snare for me. Now, all these things that we see going on, are, traps and snares, laid out to try to, prevent the elect from, continuing in this walk of righteousness, man. Everything that, Esau has laid out is designed to try to take you out, man. you know. And ultimately, it's a test, of the Lord, right? He's testing our faith. He's testing our integrity, man. So that's why we have to, as I mentioned earlier, continue to build that relationship with Yahweh Shai, man. Because that's what's gonna get us through these times, man. You know, he's the power that's gonna be able to deliver us, man. It says, I looked on my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Right? So you look to your right, and there's no one. You don't see a comforting face, a friendly face, right? You're all alone. Um, I looked to my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul, right? So all the other comforts that we have, are gonna be gone. Your parents, family, friends, all these people may come against you, or they may be, may be gone. They may be taken to concentration camps, or whatever it may be. You know, but there's going to be a time where you're all alone. You know, you may be around people, but you're not going to be, in the midst of, believers, man. You know, it says, it's like I'll start from the top. I looked at my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul. You read that in the NLT. It says, I look for someone to come and help me, but no one gives me a passing thought. No one will help me. No one cares a bit what happens to me. So it's going to be people out. It's going to be times where, you're not around anybody, and there's going to be times where you're around people, but, these people don't care for your well-being, man. They're just, people of the world, right? Verse 5. I cried unto thee, O Lord, and said, Thou art my refuge and my portion in the land of the living. And we go back to that word refuge. It says shelter or protection from danger, assistance in distress, a hiding place, a place of refuge, a place to flee back to, man. He's our protection, man. Let's go back. It says, it's like it. Thou art my refuge and my portion in the land of the living. Attend unto my cry, for I brought my vet. It's like, attend unto my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are stronger than I. Right? Because King David was speaking of Saul at the time, but we're speaking on Esau and uh, all the people that are in the same spirit, right? They're stronger. The what's the word? The rulers of this world, have all the power right now, man. But our power is in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that power is going to be made manifest soon come, right? We just have to wait, and allow the Lord to do these works, man. Continuing on, it reads, Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name, and the righteous, so I may praise thy name, the righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountifully with me. Right? So, We're begging Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to, uh, remove us from these bounds, man. Take these shackles off of us, man. So like to take us out of this wicked captivity, man. But we're gonna have to go through, you know, that fiery furnace of affliction, the scriptures call it, man. We're gonna have to be tried and tested, to prove our mettle, man. To prove our faith, prove our integrity, prove that, we're really, about Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's our, our true love, man. That we're willing to give up, the cares of this world, right? Because, we're going to come to a time where all the comforts that we've had are going to be taken away. And it's just going to be us and our relationship with the Lord, man. So that's why we got to build that up. And while the doors of mercy are open right now, man. Um, let's go to Psalms 22. Just something real quick this morning. Uh, let's see, let's go to Psalm 22, and in I'll start in verse 11. And it reads, "Be not far from me, for trouble is near." Right? Trouble is near, man. So we're saying, Lord, you know, that's Psalm 51, right? Take not thy Holy Spirit from me. We're saying, be not far from me, Lord. Be near. It said, be not far from me, for trouble is near. We're going into some troubling times, man. It's called Jacob's trouble for a reason, man, because it's designed, for Israelites, man. It's the test of our faith, should we be the elect, Lord willing. And it's the judgment of two-thirds, man. It says, for there is none to help, right? There's no help outside of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Esau is not going to have your best interest. These heathen aren't going to have your best interest. Two-thirds aren't going to have your best interest, man. The only help is in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. So without that, you lack that covering, man. You lack that refuge, right? You have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. But we're hiding in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? That's what it said, be not far from me, you know? Now we jump down to verse 19, and it says, verse 19. It says, be not thou far from me, O Lord, O my strength. Haste thee to help me. Deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog. This is going into, these people out here, man. And then Esau himself, right? It says, save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. I will declare thy name unto my brethren in the midst of the it's like in the midst of the congregation, and I will praise thee. But the point, we're saying we're praying to the Lord, to be not far from us, man. It said, be not far, O Lord, my strength, haste thee to help me. So we need the help of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna need it even more in these coming times. And deliver my soul from the sword, being Esau Edom, my darling from the power of the dog, you know, because Shaggy, we're powerless right now without the Lord, man. We can't take anything into our own hands, and we're gonna be in situations where we feel helpless, but we have to remember that, you know, the Lord is there for us ultimately. It's gonna be uh the relationship that you've maintained and cultivated with the Lord that that's gonna save you in these times, man. Scriptures talk about working out your own salvation, you know, with fear and trembling, right? That's what we're through these video epistles. Uh, when you read and sit down, you're watching a brother's videos, you're studying, you're allowing the Spirit of the Lord to sup with you, man. And that's those things, those spiritual treasures that you're adding up, or what you're going to be able to tap into, when we come into these calamities, man. And you can receive that mercy, man. 'Cause that's what we want at the end of the day is that mercy and salvation, man. So, you know, that's pretty much the point. I pray that lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Just continuing to lean on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. We're gonna have to trust in the Lord wholeheartedly and completely, even more in these times to come, man. Just as King David did, right? So, again, I pray that lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I want to close by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with our truth, with righteousness, and sincerity. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharala, Abad Babal, hey, DTA soon, man. We almost home. Shalom.